Hidden in the mountains of northern Italy is a valley where wood and metal are brought together to create some of the world's great masterpieces. It's a place where old world values and traditions continue in a culture of gun-making craftsmanship unmatched the world over. Welcome to the world's cradle of firearms, and welcome to the legend of the Italian gun-making tradition. For Soma founder Mario Alberto Bolas, a passion for gun-making came at a young age. So young, in fact, that by Italian law, he needed special permission from his father to learn the craft. He worked with his father for 13 years before his father retired from the gun-making business. In 1975, Bolas teamed with a machinist to create special machines to make high-quality firearms that ranged in price from economical to luxurious. Today, the Soma factory is one of the most prolific in the Valtrompia region. Soma is comprised of two divisions, where parts are made and where craftsmen assemble them, just as they have for generations in the valley. For Bolas, his passion for gun making is an extension of his love of hunting and competitive shooting. That same passion runs in the family, as Bolas's daughter, Daniela Bolas, made the Italian Olympic shooting team using her father's guns. Today, more than 300,000 Soma shotguns are in private ownership across the globe, a testament to a vision that began with a teenager who knew even then that he wanted to devote his life to the art of gunmaking.
Antonio Zoli company was born in 1945. My grandfather, immediately after the Second World War, has started his production. We have to say that during the Second World War, everybody had to stop the production and to go and work inside of a state company or larger company to produce military weapons.
Today, 3 generations of workers continue to learn the gun-making craft in the Antonio Zoli factory. The result has been an international reputation for creating high-quality rifles and shotguns that are among the best values on the market.
2005 year is a very important year for Antonio Zoli company because it's 60th anniversary from the foundation of Antonio Zoli company. We have created at this purpose a very nice over another gun. We try to put all our knowledge, all our know-how in gun production. So we only manufactured 60 pieces for all the world, and those will be in the hands of the collectors.
In 1 year we build from 25 to 30 guns only, because all the details are very important for the final result, to build every individual part, and plus the designing, testing, all of that.
Emanuele Sebata's father started his own workshop making gun components for other makers following World War II. Over time, the company refined its gun-making capabilities and today combines old world craftsmanship with modern machining to create affordable shotguns that are treasured for both their reliable performance and attractive form.
So you find old machine, new machine all together?
Gun is a unique piece.
For the Sebata family, gun making isn't about quantity, it's about quality. The company builds fewer than 30 shotguns per year, designing, manufacturing, and testing each part of the firearms they create.
So this company was very active between the First and the Second War. They were producing weapons, mainly pistols, for the Italian army.
Today, a tour through the Fabarm factory provides a look at one of the most technologically advanced machining facilities in all of Italy. The company sees this as a strategic advantage. This advanced machining process allows Fabarm to create large volumes of high-performance firearms at very affordable prices. They even developed a new bluing process for their barrels, a technology that until recently hadn't been updated in over a century.
It's really like a mirror. We started 2 or 3 years ago to use a real ceramic inlay on shotgun.
The company now manufactures a wide array of firearms for the demands of both the sporting and law enforcement markets.
We are buying the blanks in many different countries, most of them in Europe.
And in keeping in the tradition of the Valley, if a shooter wants a stunning Italian shotgun, Fabarm keeps a ready supply of spectacular walnut stocks on hand to build such a firearm. If the Fausto Stefano company has proven anything, it's that the gun business isn't exclusive to men.
It's very important for Italian people to continue the traditions of the family, and for our father it's very important that we are continuing this kind of job.
For Giovanna Fausti and her 2 sisters, Elena and Barbara, continuing the family tradition of fine gun making was a passion they learned from their father, who started the company in 1948. Despite working in a male-dominated industry, the Fausti sisters have grown the business into a thriving enterprise that exports its stunning side-by-side and over and under shotguns across the globe, especially to a U.S. market, where they've quickly developed a loyal following among hunters and shooters. In 1999, the Fausti gun-making family grew larger with the acquisition of the prestigious Emilio Rosini brand that has always been associated with high-quality over and under shotguns. Today, Fausti craftsmen and women are empowered to bring their own innovative ideas to the company, something that will undoubtedly ensure that the Fausti name will continue to be synonymous with innovative and beautiful gun designs for generations to come. A newcomer on the Italian gunmaking scene, Cesar Guarini has quickly established itself as a significant manufacturer by combining modern materials and manufacturing processes with old-world design and craftsmanship. For the Guarini brothers, the idea was to fill the market niche between the inexpensive mass-produced guns and the fine custom firearms. Their notion was proven viable, as there were significant numbers of hunters and shooters who wanted quality firearms that were both beautiful and functional, but they didn't want to have to mortgage their homes to be able to afford such guns. The answer was to produce the working mechanisms within each firearm with the precision of specialized machines, but to finish the wood and metal exteriors by hand. The result has been a perfect blend of old and new.
The secret of our instant acceptance and drastic growth is our devotion to the quality.
Since its creation in 1971, FAIR has been creating exceptional shotguns for shooters, hunters, and collectors. Following the centuries-old Italian gun-making traditions, FAIR has learned from the past and improved on it by making specialized shotguns for all kinds of users and for all manner of price points. Depending on a shooter's preference, the company offers a wide range of metal inlays as well as 7 different grades of walnut to create truly distinctive firearms.
American wood, is a French wood, is a Turkish wood.
Whether target shooting, bird hunting, or collecting, there is something for every shotgun aficionado in the FAIR lineup of firearms. Bringing wood and metal together to create firearms of legend is what the Poli family has been about for more than 4 decades. A passion for bird hunting runs in the family. So when one of the Polis start out to create a working piece of art, they have in their mind's eye a picture of someone like themselves, a person who loves the outdoors and the passion of hunting.
He needs to remove some more material to give the side plate a more elegant. He prepares one side before starting to put coats of oil.
One look at their spectacular guns, and it's easy to see that passion. And when it comes to some of the best engraving found in the valley, the Polis brought in master engraver to help them create some of the valley's most memorable works of art. For Battista Rosini, passing on the tradition of gun making to his son and 2 daughters has been the most satisfying part of devoting his life to creating great firearms that are cherished the world over for their attention to detail and high-quality standards. From raw pieces of carbon steel and rough blanks of wood, the craftsmen of Rosini transformed the metals into spectacular firearms that range from affordable entry-level models to deluxe custom guns.
This is the Artemis Classic. It is absolutely the #1 for our sales in the United States. A mix of modern finishing and old style finishing, like the color case hardened. All customers are welcome and also visitors. It's part of our job and part of our quality.
The craze to turn back the clock and celebrate America's Civil War in Western history has interestingly led to a distinct segment of the Italian firearms industry. The demand for replica firearms among Civil War reenactors and cowboy action shooters across America inspired several Italian gun makers to specialize in this ever-growing replica market. Though founded in 1960 to create over and under shotguns, the Zoli company has happened upon a burgeoning new market for replica firearms. In 1973, the company ceased shotgun production to concentrate on the replica firearm market.
I like to find always a bridge between the American history and the European history, and this is why we decide to make this model instead of that model.
Today, the Zoli tradition continues with David's son and nephew, who have stepped into the business to continue the legacy of craftsmanship established by their fathers. What started with David's father, Pierangelo, who in turn was inspired in the gun-making business by his father, continues to grow today and adds to the rich gun-making tradition of the valley.
What was before just an America mode, today is worldwide. Why? For sure the people want to go back to their history. If you are looking for a nice place where to spend some vacation, if you like guns, come over. This is the right place where to come. We have good wine, good food, fantastic gun.
If you don't have an original gun to hunt with, an original period 1800 gun to hunt with, these Ubertis are the next best thing. They are beautifully made and they are more than up to the challenge.
Another replica maker of note is Uberti, a manufacturer with nearly 100 models in their line, including everything from the famed Quigley rifle to vintage military firearms.
This is an 1866 rifle. The frame is made from solid silver.
Today, the company brings history to life. Their craftsmen working to match every detail of the guns of yesteryear. Thanks to modern metals and manufacturing, however, the performance of these replica firearms vastly surpasses anything found at the OK Corral.
This is a Stampede with the nickel finish and the walnut polish grips with the Beretta medallion, made exclusively for Beretta by Uberti.
It's unbelievable. You just can't even imagine. It's like being transported back into the 1800s, and let me tell you, these Uberti guns make the picture complete.
For anyone who wants to own a piece of American history, Whether as a collector, a reenactor, or a hunter, there is undoubtedly an Uberti model that will help you turn back the clock.
This is a takedown 1892 lever action, and we have several 1892 on the market, but nobody have done this specific feature. It has been accuratized for cowboy action shooting market. So it can be easily disassembled for transport.
Yet another Italian company that has devoted much of its manufacturing to historic American firearms is Army Chiappa, a company whose founders have become students of the guns that won the West. Founded in 1958, Army Chiappa has built a reputation for creating replicas with astounding detail and quality.
Spencer rifle is also another new model for our collection.
Preserving the history of the American Wild West one gun at a time that make the replicas as perfectly functional as they are beautiful.
That it's hard for us with the modern machineries to reproduce a model made in 1865. So we can imagine how they were prepared. There's no other companies manufacturing this model.
For gun-making giant Investarm, what started as a modest business in the valley has turned into the second largest gun-making company in the region, behind only the venerable Beretta Arms Company. One of the key growth areas for the company has been the expanding replica market, ranging from lever actions to flintlocks to modern fine shotguns. Diversity has been the key to the growth of the company, but their focus on authentic replica firearm production has helped them become an international gun-making enterprise of note. For anyone interested in the art of gun-making, the entire Valtrompia Valley represents a living museum of sorts, where visitors can see firsthand how the valley's legendary firearms are created. A legacy passed from one generation to the next.
Hello, my name is Alessandro Pietta. Welcome in our house.
In 1962, another important Italian gunmaker was born. The Fratelli Pietta Company was the creation of Giuseppe and Luigi Pietta.
The factory is one of the biggest producers of replica, and we hope to become an important part of the shotgun market.
Pietta started as a shotgun manufacturer, but also grew to make the replicas of firearms used in the American Civil War. Today, Pietta is growing its production of auto-loading shotguns with the hope of growing their presence in the U.S. market. It is their exquisite hand-engraved replica creations, however, that are the pride of the company.
Of course, this is not the standard production, this is a special version. The engravers spend more or less 3 months to make one.
That devotion to detail and quality has earned them numerous honors from American firearms associations and widespread acceptance from collectors of historic firearms. Along the way, visitors can enjoy the region's many other attractions, ranging from historic architecture to winemaking to world-renowned dining. For the firearm enthusiast, it's a vacation destination unrivaled the world over.